Good morning to you.
Good morning, Roland. I was waiting for that.
And we know that talking about the health sector. The health sector remains one of the many sectors within the economy that seem to be seeing a lot of migration of expert workers, and we should be worried about that.
Yeah.
Noella.
I mean, it is. I'm talking about the fact that a lot of people, once they, bag their first degree, they're just looking for greener pastures elsewhere. And then, the first thing that comes to mind is to move outside the country. Because, I mean, there, most of the time, they get a lot of scholarships, a lot of opportunities, in as much as we see a lot of them not doing what they study in school. They might end up, even doing things that are way out of the line of work. But they still feel like, because there are better opportunities, like I said, better conditions, they make better money and all of that. So it's easier and better for them to move outside the country.
I think it's an issue perhaps maybe we can look at this morning because migration is a very big issue. While within the scope of the African continent and then even Ghana, it's always been an issue that has plagued the country. It's now become even more excessive or rampant because of the current difficulties we're facing as an economy. And I think that we need to talk about. Just about a month or two ago, the Nurses and Midwifery Council, as well as even the General Registered Nurses Association, was worried about the outflow, if not the migration of expert workers. And I think that's a big problem. There's even a bigger problem of individuals who would want to travel today if they had the opportunities in other sectors who even have even better conditions of service or feel that they have been underemployed, so to speak.
Well, I mean, I came across this report by the Department of Communication Studies, University of Ghana. And they were saying that globally about 272 million people, that represents like 3.5% of the global population, live outside their countries of origin as international migrants as at 2019. So that was 272 million people as of 2019 that have lived outside, their countries.
Again, it's frightening, right?
Yes, it is. 272
and this
million.
is related to Ghana.
This is a study by Ghanaians, but it's a general. Yes, it's a general report, and it represents 3.5% of the global population. That is very alarming, and it's something that we should actually, hopefully, work on. There are a plethora of reasons why people decide to move outside the country: in search of decent work, better living conditions, education, even for family reconciliation and humanitarian reasons. So these are some of them. And also, as of 2010, 3.6 million young people were enrolled in tertiary education abroad. And this is from the, this is one of the documentaries that I also came across, just to, just a minute.
But I think in all, we have the International Organization on Migration that is right here helping us. And over the years, they've been able to see that we have young people who have to tread the Sahara, go through the Mediterranean. And we know internationally there are always migrant ships that are always either maybe sinking or they go to the docks of the various countries that we have in that peninsula. We have Italy, we have Portugal, we have Spain, and sometimes we have Malta or Cyprus. Those are those island nations, and sometimes those countries refuse to take them. And I think and I think that, for example, what we're showing currently are visuals of people moving from Morocco to Spain, and we have the International Organization of Migration has found that we have young people in border areas or regions, like we have in Upper East, and then also they have in Upper West, and we have in Bonafu region, Western region. Who do these? Especially for Bonafu region, they go through the deserts, just risking their lives. And now we even have, you look at it, young professionals, people who maybe have even or are just transitioning out of being youthful, who are willing to migrate if they have the right opportunities, who are even good jobs right here in Ghana. just because the economy is difficult. And I think that we need to do as much as possible to be able to retain. Look, I don't know whether we can perhaps open the phone lines to see if we ask the question whether people will be willing to migrate from Ghana, whether they will be.
I'm sure we'll get quite a number of people that have that interest. You know, because like you said, even though people are making good money in the current jobs that they're in, it just doesn't sort of align with the economy. So you're making good money, but then by the end of the month, you end up spending more. I try to do that.
You're living from hand to mouth.
I know, but I mean, the phone lines are open just so you know, so you can call in and then share your thoughts with us. Maybe if you had the opportunity, you had the right documentation, would you migrate from Ghana? We would definitely want to hear from you. But like I was saying, there was one time that I tried to do an analysis of how much I spend in a week, and I was amazed. Because thinking about what maybe you get at the end of the month and then what you are going to be spending by the end of the month, you know, it doesn't align. So it just makes people feel like, okay, we're definitely making the money, but then it is just not helping. So please, the phone lines are open. Okay, we have our first caller, Cynthia.
Yes.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. I'm watching the video. I think you can call me. I've been trying ever since. That's why I called earlier.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
My name is Cynthia.
Hi, Cynthia.
I'm calling from Chivubrazo.
Okay, Cynthia, let's hear from you. If you had the chance, would you migrate from Ghana?
I've not thought about that, but I've not really had the thought of traveling outside. I always tell my friends, completely out there, so everyone is that means that we are open. So,
okay. Hello, are you still there? Oh, we lost her.
I think the question then is, why are you as a young person willing to migrate from Ghana? So that migration you want to do, what is triggering that? Why would you want to do that? Why are you willing to do that? And then share some of your experiences, even if, let's say, for example, you're a health worker and you're also part of the people who troop to the British Council, for example, to write all those exams. And somebody was telling me just yesterday, as part of the research for this, so what they do is they then will sometimes go to South Africa to go and write some of the exams. So they have the IELTS, and then they have is it EOT or something like that, and then so that's the difficulty that we have.
It really is.
So just call us just in case you have any of those experiences and you want to share.
Definitely want to hear from you. Maybe you even have relatives, you know, that have tried that path before, how it went for them, how they're surviving now. We just definitely want to hear from you. So the number just going to go through 0302973198. Please make sure you call so we can hear from you as well.
All right.
Oh, we have a caller.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, please. Good morning. Where are you calling us from? Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. All right. Well, so we've lost it. So the bigger question then always comes to us: why young people are we willing to also leave the shores of Ghana? And well, if you ask me, would I be willing to?
Will you be willing to?
Yes, certainly.
Why would you be willing to?
Yeah. So the question is, why would I be willing to migrate from Ghana?
Yeah.
And then to another country.
Yes.
You know, so. Not just another country, a country that gives me better opportunities.
Like.
You see, sometimes people are even willing to take less. But okay, people are even willing to work not in the fields they were working in because abroad, according to the experiences that I've seen on social media and some of my friends. Most of them are caregivers, they work in the health sector.
Yeah.
And they work in manual labor very hard, but then they pay or their wages are very good.
Yeah.
And that's a good reason for anybody to migrate. It's not just for any other ulterior motive, you know. So well, we'll see how that goes. But as far as this is related, it's a subject that we want to talk about. So just make sure that you join us this morning and then share your experiences. If you know a relative or a friend who has moved to another country, or yourself, you're willing to move, please let us know what you think as far as this is related.
But sometimes I think that, for people that go by road, like you were saying, go through the desert, go through all of that just to get to another country, honestly, the courage that they have, sometimes I think there's a little bit of greed there because, listen, what they go through, to an extent, I think I was having a conversation with someone very recently, some of the very unpleasant things that they have to experience because sometimes there's no water. Okay, so we have a caller from Lakeside. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, can you please tell us your name?
My name is Valis.
Sorry?
Valis.
Valis.
Yes.
Okay, great. If given the chance, would you migrate to another country and why?
Sharp.
Sharp. Okay, why would that be though?
Because I work, right? Mm-hmm. I get paid 2,000 Ghana cedis every month. I've got 2 kids. Even if not for myself, I'll migrate for the sake of my kids. Because after paying rent, paying school fees, utilities, and everything, I'm left with nothing.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if not for nothing, I'll migrate for my kids just to give them a better future.
And you don't mind taking up a job that is not in your field of, study?
I don't mind if it's going to pay me much better so I can provide for them and make them feel much comfortable.
Interesting one there. All right. Thank you so much for calling.
Yep.
Well, so we have a couple of messages also on our screen.
Oh.
And for example, Mohammed Abdul Wadud internally says that he will, at any point in time, if the opportunity presents itself, travel out of Ghana to go and seek for greener pastures. And then also we have more messages that are coming in, and this one says that, well, okay, so this one is from Wafata, who says, if I have any opportunity, I'll leave Ghana for any country in Europe. And I think that these are the sentiments, if you put on social media, you put a question, for example, on social media, you will get.
Yes,
and
definitely get.
You find out appropriately, they situate the argument in a better perspective based on their living conditions.
Yes, actually. We still have another caller, Abdul from Kumasi. Good morning, Abdul. Hello, Abdul. Okay, I think we lost Abdul.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Okay, but we definitely want to hear from people.
Yeah, Yusuf said last week, I heard in the news that Canada has given Seychelles and Morocco free visa entry of their citizens. They should give Ghana or us 30 minutes visa free, and let's see something. And while we make fun of some of these things, these are real situations that people go through. And if somebody like Evans, somebody is saying, I would even naturalize after migrating, we don't have a country anymore.
Wow.
Then you see, these are the perception that they have about what the state of living is, what they have to do to make sure that they make ends meet. And people will have to go through these. They are willing to go through all these to be able to at least make a living or earn something for themselves. And that's as serious as it can be. The thing is, appropriately, what are the policy interventions? It's not bad to migrate. If you want to do this migration, then it means that you're doing it because you want some better conditions other than what you're experiencing here.
Yes.
And it's worse if the livelihood is bad.
We have a caller on the line, Kwame from Adenta. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hi, Kwame. Thanks for calling. Giving the chance, would you migrate and why?
Yes, for sure, I will if I get the opportunity.
Okay.
The main reason why I would love to move away from Ghana or Africa is how the country is settled. I don't really like the settlement of Africa.
Okay.
How roads are being constructed. You know, when I see, I haven't been there before, but when I see Europe countries or America on TV, how roads are constructed nicely, how buildings are, I mean, things are well organized. You know, when I see certain, I feel comfortable and I enjoy that. That's the main reason why I would love to move away from Africa or Ghana, most especially. It breaks my heart to see things disorganized in the country. People dispose things anyhow. I mean, you don't do things or war. I don't really like that in Africa. So if I get opportunity today, I won't waste a minute to move from Ghana. I tell you.
So yours is more of a settlement issue. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the way he feels the pattern of development is going. But, you know, the thing about people making decisions and all of us making is because we don't have to travel because of the power of social media. There's YouTube. You have all these great documentaries that tells you what is done, etc., in many of those countries, and how they tend to undertake their work or go about their business. I'm told, I've been there, always in Ghana, that if they have to reconstruct a road, they don't tend to make it uncomfortable for citizens. Sometimes I'm told, by relatives and friends who are abroad, that an alley or a road that needs to be patched, etc., could be done overnight.
Yes, and so that people
for us, they'll block with diversions for 30 years.
Sorry about that. We have another caller, Eben, from Kamenya. Good morning, Eben.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Not bad, managing, you know. And everyone is managing because things are not going on well.
Eben, share with us, if you had a chance to migrate, will you and why?
Come again?
If you had a chance to migrate,
what
will
country
you?
is it and why?
Okay, if you have a country, a specific country that you will want to migrate to, tell us, and then why you would like to go there.
Oh yeah, UK. And the reason why I will migrate, I have a family, a wife and 2 children.
Okay.
I'm into fashion.
Hello?
Well, we've lost him. So Mo Ajamine is sending us a message on our console, and he's saying that, Roland, in our current state as a nation, I will migrate just because for my family. Just because for my family. Even our leaders send their kids abroad. Well, which is very true. Many of the top politicians have their children outside. But it's not only the top politicians, even individuals also are traveling. And then, well, the question that somebody asked me on social media said, that's Santa. He says, Roland, I know that you will also move sharp if you get the opportunity, you know.
How did they know? How did they know? We have another caller, Kobe, from Ada.
Yes.
Good morning, Kobe.
Good morning.
Kobe, if you had a chance to migrate, will you and why?
I will. And this is based on the country I'm going.
Okay, what country is that?
Let's take it. I want to travel to Malaysia.
Okay.
That is, but I'll prefer to live in Ghana. So I prefer to live in Ghana because our leaders are not putting things in place. That's why it happens like that when the opportunity comes, every youth wants to travel. So I prefer in Ghana because, you know, democracy, everybody wants to do what he wants. But when things in place, I would prefer to live in Ghana.
I think that there are other people for many sentimental reasons. For example, if everything is fine, I would also like to stay in Ghana. So Alfred Donald says that just check Billionaires Academy. I don't know whether it's a site or there you will know the number of youth who are willing to sacrifice their current work and leave the country. Our leaders are not ready for us, the youth. So we'll also use our energy to develop other countries. God help us. But these are just individual sentiments. So Randy Magabi says, if the daily wage in Ghana is less than 20 cedis and an hour wage in Europe is more than $10, why should I stay here? But you also pay bills, but far better based on what the experiences are.
We still have our callers. Mooney, from Salaga.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Muni, if you had a chance to migrate, will you, and why?
Well, I wouldn't like to migrate if I'm working and I earn a salary of 1,500, 2,000. I wouldn't like to migrate because sometimes the migration is not safe. Because of the hardship. Other than that, if I'm working and I earn a salary of 2,000, 2,500, even 1,500, so I'll be okay with it. I know how to grow myself.
Yeah.
And so migrating to other countries is not safe sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Ahmed Kwabena says, I'm a degree holder and specifically a nurse, but up till now, I've not been employed or posted. I work with a private hospital and earn 600 Ghana cedis a month. I pay utilities, feed myself, transport myself, and in that vein, using the same amount. Even if it's the Mediterranean and I get the opportunity, I'll go. Oh, you don't want, it's quite difficult going through all that. But
it takes a lot of bravery.
Yes, there's also Al Hassan Seidu, who interestingly also has the same experience as he says, I graduated 2017 and I'm unemployed. Why wouldn't I migrate? Why wouldn't I migrate?
Why? On that note, we have Randolph on the line.
Hello.
Hi, Randolph. Good morning.
Good morning.
I would like to hear from you if you'd like to migrate and why.
Oh, I'll migrate because, the hardship in Ghana now, we can't withstand anymore.
Okay. So yours is for, greener pastures. Hello? Okay. So you migrate for greener pastures, definitely.
We have Achina Brentu who says, I'd like to relocate to Tamale and leave Accra just because of the terrible traffic and road I use to my house at Amasaman. So for mine, it is internal migration. I love Ghana, but I hate the roads in Accra.
The roads issue.
Well,
I was even going to say that we're even talking international. Let's even talk about Ghana. We have people, migrating from the north here and even from Accra to other sides of the country because they feel like that place is safer, easier to move.
Which is true.
Yeah, so it's internal and external. Either ways, we still like to hear from you. So just make sure you're calling and you're sharing your thoughts with us. We definitely want to find out why you would want to migrate. If it's for greener pastures, for education, family reasons, any reason at all, we definitely want to hear from you.
Philip Abuchi from Keta gives me an interesting scenario. He says, sometimes it is good to migrate, but ask yourself, what skills do you have? If our leaders can change their mentality towards the youth in a positive way, we'll live very well, better livelihoods in Ghana. Philip Obuchi from Keta. That's a great one there, Philip. I really love this one.
Well, clearly we have people that want to and do not want to migrate. There are so many reasons why they want to. So many reasons why people feel like, I think Ghana is better if just a few things are fixed. But either way, if you still have the topic of migration, maybe you could just drop your comments on our social media pages and then we're going to hopefully read it as the show progresses. But they were saying that who no like chop money. Day 539 chop money is here. A cheerful sound, woo hoo hoo hoo. Now collect your chop money every morning at 8:30 a.m. by simply dialing *446#. Select option 2 to play Dewa 539 chop money. Now win 20 times your stake with direct 1, 40 times your stake with direct 2, 400 times your stake with direct 3. And you can also perm your numbers or bet on all 5 numbers to win big. Now you'll pick from just 1 to 39 numbers. So it's easy to win. Now win every day with Dewa 539, the only lottery that offers you the best chances of winning. Collect your chop money every morning into your mobile wallet. Dial *446#, or you can visit Dewa TV3Newday.com to play Dewa 539 Chop Money now. Dewa, Afa. So maybe you might want to play this and so that you will not migrate eventually. You never know.
We'll see how that goes. We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll take you to the studios of 3FM where Johnny Hughes has the latest.